Mushi Mushi. You're watching Now Streaming. Women's Day is around the corner, and to help you celebrate, we have picked some fascinating female characters and their extraordinary stories. Also, in our special segment, we have an exclusive chat lined up with what most women want, a suitable boy. From March 8th, Bombay Begums streams on Netflix, a story about 5 ambitious women. किस हद तक जा सकती हैं ये अपने सपनों को साकार करने के लिए? क्या है इनकी उम्मीदें और चाहतें? Pooja Bhatt's presence in this woman-centric series will be interesting.
Some women are born to rule. We call them queens. Some women secretly aspire to be queen. Some women laugh and smile their pain away, but they are survivors. And perhaps the real queens of Bombay.
Riddhi Dogra and Monica Dogra play the lead in The Married Woman, which will be available on ZEE5 from March 8th. This series is based on a novel by Manju Kapoor, a tale of self-discovery. Isn't love love when it comes to a married woman?
शादियों की लाइफ स्पैन का माप भी इससे लिया जा सकता है। पहले 2 साल जाते हैं रोमांस में, फिर 5 साल बच्चों को बड़ा करने में,
और फिर 50 साल निकल जाते हैं रोल प्ले। किसी ने मुझे महसूस किया, मुझे खुद से मिला है।
कल के मार तो
I think I love you.
If you are looking for some more interesting stories that have strong women as role models, then you might want to check The League of Extraordinary Women on Amazon Prime. This channel has curated a list of Hindi movies like Razi, Thappad, Tumhari Sulu, among others.
तुम्हारे पास फुर्सत है किसी और की बात सुनने की?
What's the real story? His family? No. He's having an affair? No. You're having an affair? No. So just one slap then. Just a slap? पर नहीं मार सकता।
पता है उस थप्पड़ से क्या हुआ? उस एक थप्पड़ से ना मुझे वो सारी अनफेयर चीजें साफ साफ दिखने लग गई जिसको मैं अनदेखा करके मूव ऑन करती जा रही थी।
अब है हमारे साथ एक खास मेहमान। इन्होंने काफ़ी सारी फिल्मों में काम किया है और अब ऑनलाइन स्पेस में काफ़ी अलग अलग किरदार निभा रहे हैं। Here's a very warm welcome to Namit Das.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Fire away. Yeah.
Just tell me, how was it playing the suitable boy, Haresh, for Meera Nair?
So many people ask me that question. And I remember having a conversation with Tanya about this when we were shooting. And she said that, officially you are the suitable boy. Yeah. I said, I said, it's, well, that is almost a joke because, there are 3 other suitors. There are many stories in this big universe that Meera Nair is creating. So I'm just one of the elements in this. But yes, I become the suitable boy because in the end, I am the one who really ends up winning the girl. Yeah. So in thought, it really makes me happy. But I think what really makes me more happy is the fact that, I was part of something so prestigious. I was part of Meera Nair's creation. I was part of a book which was made into a show, and such a special book, written by Vikram Seth, and some really great names associated with that. Andrew Davis, the music given by Anushka Shankar, and so many other things, and I was not only was I associated with it in terms of as an actor, but also as a musician. So I think it was a very special time. It will always be a very special time, and I'm just thankful. I'm grateful. Yes.
You have worked with acclaimed directors like Vishal Bharadwaj and Meera Nair now. What has been your biggest learning?
My biggest learning has been to adapt. I think when younger actors come up to me and ask me uh, that what is needed to become an actor, I said, you can become an actor thinking about anything. You can, and your philosophies and your approach, it can change. But the thing is that it should change, and change is most important, and hence I think adaptability is very very important, because it's all about communication. As actors, we are all communicators, and my communication is going to change according to the person that I'm going to be communicating with. And that's why your question, that you've worked with so many directors, so how do you keep up with that? I keep up with it because I keep up with it in a sense. I know for a fact that I'm going to be working with different people, and different people are going to be communicating with me in different ways, and hence adaptability. I need to adapt to their ways very quickly.
Namit, you come from a family of musicians. So, what was your childhood like? Give us an insight into that. That's something we don't know about.
My childhood, I would say, is very special because I was brought up in a household which was filled with music, books, literature, uh, poets, talk of poetry, Urdu poetry, essentially. And I mean, these were things that this was like table talk for us, discussing Bashir Badr or Nida Fazli Saab, or a composition that my father is working on, uh, and a very very heavy music background. Each day I would wake up to my father singing and doing his riyaz in the morning, and he still does it. He still does it with precision, and that is something which I wish I had in me. Some more of that discipline, which I'm trying to inculcate in myself in the 36 years that I have been on this planet. But I don't know how much I've been really successful. So it was. I am lucky to to be part of this family, and till date, I have built this new space for myself. As you can see, this is not my house, this is my office, and this is something which has been created like 2 months back. And this is a place only filled with records, books, and my things. And this has been my dream, because these are the things that I live by, because these are the things that I was brought up with. So it's really special. It's really special. So when I decided to take up this profession, there was simply no opposition, because it was like, okay, this is going to be an extension of of our generations, and Namit is going to do something in the same field. Yes, it was a surprise to my parents that I ended up acting, because I wanted to become a musician. I was very sure about that, but I don't think
You
I've
are
left it.
a trained
Right?
musician, right? You have been trained
Yeah.
under your father. And, what made you choose acting?
I don't think I chose acting. I think acting chose me. I wanted to choose music because of my upbringing, because that's the only thing that I really knew at that point of time. But somehow it was not giving me the right directions when I was in college. Uh, and that's why theater happened. And I said, wow, this is a great medium. You become different people, you wear different clothes, and you are on stage, you're saying these dialogues, you're becoming these different people and characters. And this also is very interesting. So theater at that point of time got a lot of validation,
Yeah.
and hence I became an actor, because at that age, validation is very very important. So
At any age,
I
I think
became,
it's very important.
yeah, you're right, actually. But I just I liked it. I liked being on stage, and then I obviously I learned the craft really on the job, and I'm still learning. I'm really still learning. And music sort of, I took a U-turn with music after many years, and it was because of theater that music came back into my life, because of a number of plays that I did which are very musical in nature. So I became a very interesting sort of package, someone who could act and someone who could sing as well. And till date, I think this sort of is my USP, that yes, I come on the table with so many things, so many skill sets, and then there is music which pops up. And then people say, oh, you can sing as well. So, so yeah, I mean, that's how acting actually happened to me.
From Wake Up Sit to The Suitable Boy, it's been quite a journey. Can you recall any character or role which you haven't been very comfortable playing, which has been,
Yeah, yeah,
slightly
yeah.
uncomfortable for you?
There have been, I think every character has its own challenges. And recently, when I think with a friend circle, when I finished watching Suitable Boy, then a very close friend asked me, I said, Namit, she asked me, how many projects have you been part of and things which have seen the light of day? Uh, I said, I said actually many, and we started counting, and then I think the number was in the long format, with films and OTT. I think 24, 25 projects I have been part of in these years, and numerous ads and many things which I've done in front of the camera. I've hosted as well. But one of the things that really, I think one of the most challenging parts was the part that I did in Ghanchakar, Idris.
Hmm.
I think at that point of time, it was really challenging for me because I was also very young, and uh, I was I was not very new to the industry, but yes, uh,
Relatively
the
new.
scale of the film, yeah, relatively new. The scale of the film, the scale of the character. It was a chunky character, and I think for the first time I got such a big part in such a big film, and obviously Vidya Balan, Rajesh Sharma, Imran Hashmi being in the film did intimidate me uh, in in the beginning, and also Rajkumar Gupta, the director, the stature, and everything sort of did overpower me sometimes, and also the character. He was a mishmash of a lot of things, this man-child kind of a situation where he's negative, but he's not totally negative. He's funny, but he's not totally funny. Because when he wants to kill, he really wants to kill, but when he wants to be funny, he really is funny. And a bit of a buffoon, but so there were many things happening in that character. I think that is probably one of the most challenging parts that I have played. Yeah. Yeah.
Namit, a lot of the roles that you are given, has been of this good boy. Like even in, if you see The Suitable Boy, like you are the quintessential guy that someone would want to marry. So, do you like to?
Really, it's a question I ask sometimes.
Yeah,
Am
like
I?
you're all sorted, and there is no, you have a stable job and things like that. So, if do you like playing these good characters, good boy characters, or would you rather delve into a part which is gray or sometimes even dark? I mean, what is your thought process on that?
Well, if you're looking at this question only from the point of view of Suitable Boy, yes, obviously. I mean, it was a part which I really dreamt. I think
No,
I
it's not
wished for
just
it.
about a suitable boy. It's about your filmography, the kind of roles that you get and the ones that you're willing to explore going forward.
Yes, so I think 2020 was a very different kind of a year for me because
Yeah.
I had played those uh, cutesy, good human beings. I played these good human beings, but 2020 also saw me doing Arya, where I was. I mean, I just don't understand this terminology. The negative guy, the negative character, best actor in a villainous role goes to. I really don't understand these things because characters are human beings at the end of the day, and human beings are not negative and positive. I mean, I can't ask you, Romana, are you a positive person or a negative person? We keep changing, right? We
Yeah.
keep changing according to whatever is happening to us in our lives. But yes, I think I was able to change some of this in 2020. And I'm very sure that the characters which are now going to come, and the work that I'm going to be doing now, um, is going to see me in many kinds of roles,
Okay.
and in many shades, as they say, the grays and the browns and the orange, and many shades. Okay, uh, and that's why I think that changeover came in 2020. Before 2020, I had really started questioning myself that with this face, with this body, am I going to be just the good guy? Am I just going to be the the person that you come to for solving your problems? Uh, eh, but that
You
sort of
look that kind, I think. But I can come with my problems to you.
but 2020, I think, changed it for me. Really, it changed it for me. And now the roles that are being offered are are pretty gray in their shade.
So you talked about Arya. Do you think that, and like you said, that, I look like this good person. Do you think OTT has a part to play in kind of opening up the horizon for people to experiment with different, like if it was just Bollywood, the Hindi film industry rather, do you think you would always be this friend, like, Ranbir's friend? But OTT has kind of opened up the horizon a bit. Would you agree?
I would agree. Uh, totally. Totally. I would, in fact, say that the OTT world and the OTT platform has given not only me but many
Yeah.
actors uh, uh, a, a new sort of wave, a sort of a
Level
new
playing
life.
field.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why many people come up to me. Last year it was very interesting because many people came up to me and said, "We had no idea that you could do this," and I had the last laugh because I was thinking about. I said, I've done these things. I've done these things on stage. I have played many roles on stage, but the thing is that theater can have only that much exposure for you. Uh, but OTT has done that, and OTT challenges you in ways that you couldn't have ever imagined. And that's why it makes it so exciting, right? You have all these actors who have been seen in particular kinds of roles, and then you suddenly see them in in
A
really
new light,
sort
a
of
completely new
in
light.
a new light, and diametrically opposite situations, and reacting accordingly. uh, yes, you're right. I would say it's because of the OTT boom that we've got a new lease of life, actually.
You come from a family of musicians and you're married into a family of actors. So, what is that like? Tell us a little about that.
Competitive, very, very competitive.
Who's the most competitive? Shruti, Sumit, who? You?
No, no, I'm just joking. I made a joke at a family gathering recently, and I said, I wish one of us was in another field. One of us was a doctor or an engineer, because everyone is an artist. Everyone is doing so. Like you have Shruti, who's an actor. Sumit, obviously, uh, uh, he is an actor. Me, my father is a singer. Shruti's dad is a writer. Someone's a director. Someone's a music. My mama is a music director, Punjabi music director. And what really makes it very interesting is that we are all very, very hot-headed. We are all sort of,
Oh,
so passionate
really?
about art.
You don't look
Yeah.
hot headed at all.
No, no, I am. When it gets to work, and when it gets to talking about, whether this was good or bad, you know, uh, I am the most scared. And now my mom as well. My mom is also acting. Uh, I'm most scared when my family is watching a project, and because I think their opinion matters the most, matters the most, and I think it's the same for them, because I think the relationship sort of goes beyond uh, uh,
Just
beyond the
be
bonds
nice
that
to
we
each other.
have. Yeah, because family is not going to be nice to you, right? They're going to be very truthful, and that's what you want, and that's why a family is what they are, so it really, so I don't think I've ever had a session where I have shown my work to the family, and everyone comes and says, beta kitna acha kaam kiya, it was so good. And no, I don't think that has happened ever, and I don't think that will ever happen, because everyone will be looking at it from the perspective of how it could have been done better, and how you could have performed better. And I think that that makes me humble, and I really respect that
Does that
about
also help
everyone.
you push the envelope?
Yes, and it really helps me becoming a better artist. It helps me in thinking about whatever I'm going to do in the future, and it makes me, yes, it comes from a place of fear, but I think the age that I am in now, I would want to describe this as some sort of an excitement, that I want to now uh, do more, do different kinds of characters, and my family in this way obviously helps me becoming a better artist. Yeah.
So we spoke a lot about music, Namit. For the Yahoo India audience, would you आप कुछ गुनगुना दीजिए हमारे लिए एक आध line, not something which is under wraps, anything, like a film song or anything that is your favorite that you learnt as a child, कुछ भी हमारे audience के लिए, please.
Yeah, so I think I should sing this song, which I sing with my band, actually, with Anurag Shankar. It's my grandfather's composition, and I've sung it many times. There are many versions of it out there on YouTube and other social media. But I think it's essentially a very, very beautiful composition. And recently, when I posted about it on Instagram, I got a message from Mexico,
Wow.
uh, and this girl got in touch with me, and she said that, I don't understand the words, but it's just the composition which really makes me emotional. I don't even know what the words are saying, and I think that, for me, I think was a very special message, not because it was coming from Mexico and it's coming from far away, but I think uh, it's really special because someone who doesn't even understand the language connected uh, with this song.
Truly
And
beyond
that is
barriers, no?
absolutely, yeah, and that is, I think, the power of music, and that it can connect to you. It goes beyond language. You don't need to be bound by words to understand it or feel it. So yeah, it is saga pa sa ni dha pa da pa ma. जिगर में दर्द पाया जा रहा है, जिगर में दर्द पाया जा रहा है, जिगर में दर्द पाया जा रहा है, मुझे शायद बुलाया जा रहा है, मुझे शायद बुलाया जा रहा है, जिगर में दर्द पाया जा रहा है.
Thanks a lot for your time, Namit. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you, Rumana. Thank you so much. I also had a great time.
ये था आज का हमारा शो. I hope you get a chance to catch some of these strong female characters who remain memorable because of their amazing performances. Happy Women's Day to all the strong women out there. Maybe know them, maybe be them, and maybe raise them. P.S. Don't forget to like, share, comment on this video.